Good morning, or depending when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told, I had a voice radio, so today we're going to be looking at the very first alternate type GX. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We've been looking over the last few days at a bunch of alternate art cards, but right now, we get to see alternate art Palkia-GX. And this is awesome, because when Palkia was released, my general theory was brilliant. It's a dragon Pokemon. Dragon Pokemon aren't that good at the moment. Well, it's coming back as a water Pokemon, and water Pokemon is a lot more fun. And might I remind you, this is the very first alternate type GX that we've had. But before we get going fully, can I quickly remind you that I did do a video about Ultra Space, a really good new stadium card that was also revealed today. These videos are going up like an hour apart, which is obviously very close. Please make sure you check that one out as well. Don't let that video pay for how quickly this video's gone up. So I said that being a dragon type sucks. Well, it does. You're hitting nothing for weakness, and you do get access to Devoured Field, which makes your attacks do an extra 10 damage. But that's about it. It's about all you can look forward to. If you're a dragon type Pokemon, it's not particularly good. Water, on the other hand, is awesome, and it's about as much fun as you can have in a particular typing. You get access to Brooklet Hill, which allows you to grab a basic water or fighting Pokemon, pop them straight onto your bench, and Palkia being a basic water Pokemon means Brooklet Hill will search it straight out. Life is good. You have access to Aqua Patch, which allows you to attach a water energy from your discard to one of your benched water Pokemon, and this is huge, because even when Palkia was a dragon type, it used water energy, it just didn't have access to Aqua Patch, which was dumb. Whereas now, you've got an actual water Pokemon, so even though you're using water energy, you've got Aqua Patch. Aqua Patch is great. And you do get access to a little bit of healing, which isn't phenomenal. It doesn't see a huge amount of play. But Lana will heal 50 damage from each of your water Pokemon per turn. Or to be more precise, any Pokemon with water energy attached to it. And Manaphy allows you to heal 20 damage per turn once from one of your Pokemon with water energy attached to it. To be fair, you had access to these with the Dragon Palkia because they used water energy anyway, which was dumb. You are now hitting weakness against Turtonator and Volcanion, but of course, any good fire Pokemon in the future, most of them at least, will be weak to water. And what is really cool about this, you get access to Cyrus. Cyrus is a Prism Star supporter, and it's alright. But the key thing about Cyrus is you can only use it when you've got a water Pokemon or a metal Pokemon in the active. Which was always a bit weird then, because we thought, right, well, water, Palkia, metal, Dialga. No, they were both printed as dragon Pokemon, which was dumb. Now we got a Palkia that can use Cyrus. Life is good. In terms of weakness, you lose the fairy weakness, which is good if Gardevoir stays good, but then again, you're gaining a grass weakness. And Golisopod is everywhere. Although, with metal being good in the future, maybe fire gets better and Golisopod goes away, meaning it's not such a bad weakness. Now, the first attack is still kind of annoying. You move as many energy from your bench Pokemon as you like to Palkia. Now, you get to move a whole bunch of energy over, and this is good, especially if you Aqua Patch onto other Pokemon on the bench, because then you can just Aqua Patch to the bench, move it to the active with Palkia's first attack, and you're ready to go. What could possibly be bad about this? You're incredibly vulnerable. You move all the energy over, then it's the end of your turn, and you basically say to your opponent, hey, would you like a free hit? Against something like Gardevoir, you're gonna be KO'd. Don't like the first attack. But the second attack is kind of cool. 60 damage plus 20 more for each water energy attached to this Pokemon. It's Caldeo's Secret Sword but with 10 extra damage, and Caldeo saw a lot of play. Speaking of which, I should mention, now that we've got a water Pokemon going on, we have access to Archie's and Blastoise. So Archie's is a supporter card that allows you to just take a water Pokemon from your discard and put it onto your bench while drawing 5 cards. just so long as it's the only supporter in your hand, which isn't the hardest thing to do in Expanded. And Blastoise allows you to attach as many water energy as you like during your turn. Doesn't have to be to a water Pokemon, just as many as you like during your turn. And now this becomes like a better Keldeo. You've got 10 more HP, and you're doing 10 extra damage. And unlike with the Dragon, where you didn't get the weakness, you're hitting for the weakness here as well. Now, you do lose Keldeo EX's phenomenal stand-in ability, but you gain the GX attack, which, as we're going to talk about, is also great. And there's nothing to stop you playing a couple of Palkia and then playing a couple of Keldeo with Floatstone to get the switch in retreat as well. Pretty good if you ask me. And now that you've got Aqua Patch, as well as Max Elixir, because Palkia is a basic Pokemon, as well as the potential Archie's Blastoise combination in Expanded, as far as I'm concerned, it's not that hard to get the energy on. And certainly, if I'm playing Archie's Blastoise in Expanded, and I might at some points, it is a fun deck, I'm still probably going to be playing Palkia over Keldeo. I'll play 1 or 2 Keldeo for stand-in, but you're going to give me 10 extra HP while letting me do 10 extra damage? Sounds pretty good to me. That's basically Expert Belt. Or I suppose, exactly half an Expert Belt. Now, the GX attack on Palkia was always really good. It was just really gosh darned expensive. Well, it's still just as expensive, but as I've been saying, we've got more and better options here now to accelerate the energy, so it's looking pretty gosh darn nice. 150 damage, shuffle all energy attached to all of your opponent's Pokemon into their deck. This is great! Like, super over the top great. You get to get rid of all of your opponent's energy. And if you're playing against these kind of decks like Garbodor that play 1 energy, well, yes, okay. But that's not the kind of decks that are doing well at the moment, ladies and gentlemen. Now, this is an amazing GX attack, and if you use it at the right time, it basically wins you the game. The only downside is it's really expensive. But then again, if you get to reset your opponent's board position and then take a couple of prizes, and it's going to take them too long to get back to that good board position, that's when I said, you know, you win the game. And you've still got access to double colourless energy here. And you've still got Aqua Patch, you've still got Max Elixir, and you've still, in Expanded, got Archies and Blastoise. This attack cost of the water, colourless seems doable now in a way that it really wasn't back when it was a dragon Pokemon. And there are some decks against which this will be amazing. Think about something like Gardevoir, which really likes to pile on energy and use infinite force. Or my favourite use for this is against Darkrai. We have got, of course, the Breakthrough Darkrai, which just does more damage for every dark energy on the field, so that's kind of hilarious then, because you get rid of all their energy and they're only doing 20 damage. But the other awesome thing about this is if, for instance, you end up taking off the energy from their Darkrai GX, and then they've got a Darkrai GX, they've used the ability, it's on the field, but it doesn't have any energy attached to it. So they've used Darkrai GX's ability to just put it on the field from the discard. And then it's just kind of sitting there. It really amuses me, ladies and gentlemen. I think it could be an awful lot of fun. I love the GX attack. I really, really do. Overall, I think this is a 4-WOSY card. The attacks are still expensive. The first attack is still rubbish. The second attack, still like Keldeo, needs a lot of energy, and it needs you to be able to reset that energy. But the GX attack here, like before, is still amazing. And this GX attack is so good that you should play this card if you can. I mean, even if you're playing Archie's Blastoise, and you don't want to play this, and you want to stick with Keldeo, you still have to put this in as a one-off, because this is a GX attack that's so good that if you use it at the right time, it is absolutely brilliant. It's got to be a 4-WOSY card. But ladies and gentlemen, as with all of these videos, I need to know from you guys. Are you excited for alternate art GXs? What other alternate art GXs would you like to see? And do you think, like I do, that Palkia is much better as a water Pokemon? Go nuts! be nice. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at the Wassy, Twitch for some live action at twitch.tv/PTCGRadio, and check out my video game channel, Wassy Plays, which has recently relaunched. I'm really trying to make a thing of that. Help us out. I will love you forever. If you want to support the channel, get some bonus pods and so on, you can do so by going to patreon.com/PTCGRadio. But by far the most important thing, as always, is to look after yourselves until next time. Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.